Hi, this is DH Dunn, and I'm here to ask myself a very basic question. Can I lope 10 days on a world tour? We are in Forlorn Muskeg right now. And let's see, world tour, there we go. Day 6. And we need to get the bleak and knock that one out. This is not the weather I would have asked for. But, you know, you can't always get what you want. We're going to have to get what we need. Let's see. We've got a decent amount of water. Do we have any other tea that we could make? I'd rather not use the birch or the reishi if I can avoid it. Oh, we could make porridge too, but we don't... Do we really need to? I don't think so. Let's just grab that. How many torches do we have? 2. Okay, we'll need to do better than that. Hope everyone is doing well today. I am recording on a early Monday morning. Monday is one of the busiest day job days for me. So I'm often all business when I'm recording. Sometimes I don't do this till the afternoon. I'm trying to get it in this morning. I woke up early, so I could take advantage of that. Yeah, I don't know. It could be worse. This weather could be worse. I had a very, very fun tour experience with Koru, converting this into a race format, which I think worked really well. And that video went live yesterday, so if you haven't checked that out, you might want to check that out. Koru was kind enough to sync up the audio and put our video side by side so you can watch us both at the same time, which is really, I think, a fun experience. So she did a great job. Koru often creates situations where I don't have to do a whole lot, and she just makes us both look good, and I just sit there and you know, reap the rewards. Incredibly talented person. Her talent is only eclipsed by just what a funny, nice, genuine person she is. One of the great gifts of my life has been meeting Koru, as well as the other hobbits, Burb and Bee. And this game gave those people to me. So, you never know. I'm hoping for a better weather day in real life. Yesterday it was in the high 90s. I wasn't expecting that. In Maine, you kind of almost never expect that. I would like, you know, it's summer. I get it. But, you know, high 90s with a 70 dew point is a bit much for Maine. Well, I couldn't really have asked for, thus far, a smoother run to the Bleak Cave. All we're going to do is we're going to run through the cave, we're going to put our foot in Bleak Inlet, and we're going to turn around. Because we got to get to Broken Railroad. Large gulping sounds there. Sorry about that. Unless you're into the ASMR, in which case, there you go. I also got to be on the Survivor's Corner podcast this weekend as a guest host, filling in for the absent Jitwire. Hung out with KirkSteven. That was also fun. That's off on YouTube as well. Kirk runs that podcast every weekend, usually with Jitwire, but she's off for a couple weeks while she moves, I believe. And we freeformed it. We didn't have a particular agenda or anything. And, you know the things you're good at. One thing I'm confident about is my ability to just talk. So I went in very cold, and I think it went fine. Now, I'm going to try to do this. I have successfully done this before, where you backwards crouch into this cave, and you can reach some of the coal. Like that one. That you may not have been able to reach if you walked forwards in, I believe. But we got one. Yeah, it's just for fun. The very first time I went through this cave, I didn't know where it went. And people were very excited on Twitch. And I'm like, why are people so excited for me to go through this cave? People are really excited that I'm going through this cave. They really wanted to see me. I had not, at that point, been to Blackrock. Sundered Pass did not yet exist. So I had never seen Timberwolves. And so people were really hopeful that I would have my first Timberwolf encounter in front of them. I think I knew they existed. You know, I had heard people talk about them. I don't know that I really even care about looting here that much. What do you got? I'll take a flare. I will say that the Broken Railroad portion of that race introduces, the race I did with Koru, introduces some very compelling drama. And it taught me a lesson that I really need to keep some mushrooms on me. That may, in fact, affect my gameplay going forward. I may be a little bit more judicious with my use of my reishi, which I tend to use very interchangeably with Rosehip. And there's, you know, there are reasons to keep each of them now. Like Rosehips, if you get to the point where you've got the pemmican recipe from the trader. Man, the pemmican is nuts how good that is. Now, am I going the right way? I feel like I'm not, but you know what? It'll work out. Now, technically, we're still in Muskeg, right? Oh, really? The game considers this cave Timberwolf Mountain? Really? What? Most of the time, it feels like transition caves, the game will consider the cave to be in whatever map you entered from. That's interesting. Well, this is not Timberwolf Mountain. This is Bleak Inlet. Now, the rules that Koru and I did, which I think I probably would use in the future, is that every map you go into, you have to get 10 sticks. You can drop them afterwards, but you have to pick up 10 sticks. Alright, well, there's Bleak off the board. Now, what is it going to say from this side? Now it says Bleak Inlet. I'm going to test that again on the way back. Fascinating. I mean, it could just be a goofy glitch, you know. I have to say, while there are some glitches in the Long Dark, because it's, you know, software, pretty strong for an older game. You know, my wife plays The Sims 4 pretty regularly. And that is a game, you know, also quite old at this point. And with, you know, expansions and new content and everything piled and piled and piled upon the original code. Very similar to the Long Dark. And that thing is a glitchy mess compared to the Long Dark. The Long Dark is, I think, reasonably stable. I'm sure everybody's got a bug that has ended a run for them, and that's frustrating. And there's certain glitches that they've never fixed or never addressed. I'm sure that's true. But in general, I don't find myself on a regular basis, you know, running into frustrating bugs. I'm probably just forgetting something. I think the trader quest, I don't know if the end of the trader quest is still bugged or not.
I would do anything for a drink right now.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure someone's typing right now about a bug that I just forgot about. And you know what? Anything long-standing that affects gameplay should be fixed. Absolutely. Having worked at a software company, I tend to have a lot of sympathy for software developers. One thing that does bother me is when I go on Reddit and I see people saying, you know, why did the devs decide this? Why did the devs decide that? And having worked at a software company, I can say, for the most part, the people writing the code don't decide things. They write the code they were told to write. They work on the things they were told to work on. It's, you know, management that is saying work on X versus work on Y. You know, project leads, things like that, rather than just some poor schmuck coming and writing code. That guy is just writing the code they told him to write. That was my experience at the company I worked at. I did not write code. I'm a support dude. I mostly did network infrastructure troubleshooting. The you know, routers and switches and stuff. Which I never, if you had told me at 18 or even 25 that that's what I would end up doing for, you know, probably 10, 15 years, I never would have believed you. You know what? Let's learn from past experiences. I don't like to learn from experience. Sometimes I can't help it. Alright, so we're a little thirsty. Let's just drink quick. Do we go back to... We're going to go... Well, you know what? We could... No. I'm thinking this out, obviously, in real time. I don't want to go to the bunker. I think maybe we stop back at Spengler's and warm up.
I could eat a horse.
Maybe give Will some porridge. And then we head into Broken Railroad. The question is, am I going to stop at the workshop in Broken Railroad? I think my goal would be to not. We're already at half stamina, though. What beds are available? In Far Range Branch Line, there's that little room, but I don't think that has a bed in it. Actually, I don't think the train station Transfer Pass has a bed. But I think that like grain coal chute thing might, maybe. I really should know where the beds are. I just always have a bedroll. And I don't, right? No, I don't. So stopping and sleeping in Spengler's, or saying that we're going to go to the workshop and sleep there, that might make sense. I feel like I went a weird way here. What did I do? What the hell am I doing? No, what do you, sure. Drink the tea. Yeah, absolutely. Drink the cold birch bark tea when you're at 100%. Absolutely. Great use of our resources. Good job, Will. I don't know why I don't put you in charge more often. This is the strangest route. Why did I go this way?
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Yeah, I hear you there, William. You fantastic knucklehead. Can we go back to walking in a normal direction, please? Thank you. I think we are gonna sleep again here. I'm just nervous about it. I don't love this weather either. Oh, will I regret this? Will I regret this? Maybe. Maybe. Decision's made, though. I've always been a fan of decisiveness. You know, like, just make a call. Just do something. Is better than just sitting there, you know, for half an hour debating. I'd rather make a bad call than no call. Well, we certainly have plenty of coal. Yeah, we could go a little bit more on that. I don't know that I'm going to use all of that. That torch sucks, by the way. So don't look at that later and think, oh, I have a torch, because you don't. You have nothing. Now, if you make the porridge now, are you going to sleep? I don't think so. Now you're all warmed up. What are you doing? But you put 5 hours on the frickin', you know what, whatever. Now the weather's good. Yeah, I'm not saying no to this weather. Screw it. I think we probably will end up in the workshop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Put that away. We need good torches. The next good torch I get, I'll leave. That wasn't it. There you go. Alright. Let's just get out of here. I can't say no to this weather. Good weather, why can't I quit you? I just won't sprint. You know, I don't sprint often. Not a big deal. Yeah, sleeping spots between Broken Railroad and Transfer Pass. I'm not sure. It's worth investigating. Paying attention to. I see that Burbank. I'm just not going to go get it. I've been prepped for a wolf over here. There he is. All right, fine. I'm like, why am I even bothering if this guy isn't going to show up? Oh, was that him or not? Wolf or rock? Like bear or Pleasant Valley hay bale? These bunnies are alive, so the wolf isn't there. Or is the wolf there? Because he just went running scared from something. There he is. All right. You know what, dude? You do your bunny. You're better at catching them than I am. That's for damn sure. And I'm just gonna go over here. So, in a move, hey, no one's more surprised than me. I will be recording more call center. I really went into recording Saturday's episode. I was like, yep, that's gonna be it. That's the end of the call center, or at least cheating death again. But somehow people have been giving me good advice. Sometimes I listen to it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes you get more than one piece of advice and you have to decide, you know, which one you're listening to. In the end, I used a combination of my own goofy decisions and advice, and you guys really gave me some good tips, and I feel like, you know what, we're okay. Once you've cheated death, there's a limit to how okay you can get because you've got that huge hit on your health bar. But you know, we left the weekend in better shape than we went into it on, and that's, you know, always the goal. All right. I think the memento cache is down there. The rock. I remember being very frustrated when I found that. B and I were in the same stream, and we're like, wait a minute, it's a rock. I hear you, Tarmies. I'll let you guys hang out. I don't want to disturb you. I want to cut this turn as tight as I can. Oh no, my restore condition birch bark tea has expired. Whatever will I do? Whoa, hello. Never knew you were there. Wow. That was quite terrifying. Thank you for being scared. A maniac with a torch. Never have I done this. I assume it will be fine though. It was. Yeah, I think I want to cut this tighter the way I just did more often. Oh, there goes the warming up. I was just thinking to myself, wow, we still have warming up active. That's great. Now, when I first started learning the game, and I went to Broken Railroad for the first couple times, I, would walk down the tracks. I ran into what I felt was a dead end. I doubled back this way, and I went all through this little loopy area here, thinking I'd find something. I used to think there was a cave back there. And then ultimately I found this route to the right here, and I would hop down the rocks and, follow the little path around there. I still go that way sometimes. There's a lot of cattails down there. But once I learned the goat over the avalanche, or the landslide, it's always the way I go. I think I put this in my 5 goats that changed my game list. I think so. If I didn't, I should have, because this is one that I do almost 100% of the time. I mean, I just said that I still sometimes go down that way. I go down that way if I need food. That's the only reason. Now, William McKenzie. I do this 100% of the time, and I screw it up pretty much 100% of the time. Can we just start over? We just start over, take 2? Take 2. Thank you. Also, why? Man, I do not have it today. I'm just screwing everything up. All right, on we go. That's where you come out if you go the other way. Everything is always somebody's first time. So, when I'm recording, even though I assume that 99% of the people watching that's familiar with the game, probably more familiar with the game than I am, for somebody it's going to be their first introduction. Maybe they've never seen Broken Railroad before. They didn't know. I get comments sometimes, but I didn't know you could do this, or I didn't know that place was there. So that secret trailer in DP, pretty much every time I do that, somebody will comment, say, oh, I didn't know about that. And I didn't know about it until I did. So now I always go there. Because it's cool. It's like the secret tree in Basin. Although the secret tree in Basin is just cool, it doesn't have like any actual benefit. the secret trailer in DP might actually have something in it. Alright, so far so good. I definitely respect the Broken Railroad Wolves. It's a map where they have a lot of places to hide. I almost never get into this little workshop area without being accosted. Oh, I kind of hate the time of day. I really want to keep going farther, but I just don't know about sleeping options. I see the wolf in there. Canadian flag just loaded in. Now it's flapping. First it loaded in as an unflapping asset. Now it's flapping. Oh, hello. Jeepers. You guys are freaking me out, man. Yeah. This thing can be very Quonset-esque. One time I found a fire striker here. I look every single time now. Do I have a pry bar? I got a lot of bad torches, that's for sure. Nope. I mean, no. You don't have to take everything. Should be crackers and matches here.
I could eat anything right now.
You want some crackers, Will? You got plenty of food, dude.
I better take this food.
Honestly, I don't know what I'm looking for at this point. You know, I have most of what I need, but you gotta loot. You know, otherwise, what if the most amazing, 99 Phoenix Downs thing is there and you didn't get it? Secret stim. Even though I have 2, which is more than I would need for a 10-day run, even I would be hard-pressed. Oh, don't challenge yourself like that, Dunn. You know you wouldn't be hard-pressed. Alright, that's fair. We'll hit the lockers. There might be better clothes. Okay, well, there's always toilet water. Do you think I'm gonna have to cut this episode a little shorter than normal? Just based on Monday morning timings. It's nice to be warm, though. All right, let's finish up looking around here. We'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I really can't be bothered. I feel like that's very much a, kind of middle of the road loot item, the flask. It's got its uses. And I'm sure there are people who swear by it, and I'm sure there's people who like, nah, I never take it. I'm kind of in the never take it category. I feel like the amount of times I end up using it don't counterbalance the weight. Because now I'm Captain Weight Management, and I super care about my weight. I don't know. Floating flare. We love it. Or fuse. Because, you know, Mr. Optimized Weight, that's me. That's neat. Speaking of glitches, no glitches in this game. This is a glitch-free game. Do I want the freaking heavy-ass jerry can? Well, I might use it. Hey, can you guys move a bit, please? Fine. Be rude. I don't care. I don't want to go that way anyway. I already looked at all that. Okay, acknowledging that what I'm about to do is cheap as hell. I just don't want to do the work. You know what? I'm not going to take them. I don't need them. I'm not going to take them. All right. Let's get ourselves sorted here. We got a couple hours. 75, 89, 69. Why are we carrying this thing around? Why are we not wearing this? Jeez, Dunn. I'd be surprised if I didn't know me. The low underwear, we could work on that. There we go. 75, 89, 45 minutes though. I don't know. Oh, my well drank expired. All right. Let's eat. Maybe one more something. I don't know. A lot of this is terrible condition. Seriously. Let's eat the beef jerky. All right. I just want to drop that stuff, man.
Surrounded by snow. Nothing to drink.
Yeah, we've got porridge we can make if we need to. All right. Have a drink. We're going to give you the nice big sleep, the big 10. We're going to see what day we're on. It's going to freak me out. We'll call this one here. Let's see. Day 7? I don't want it to be day 8. Oh, you're not going to tell me. I never know why sometimes it tells you and sometimes it doesn't. It's still day 6? Really? That surprises me. Okay. Well, I feel pretty good about our chances, but you know what? You can't lock anything in until it's done, and we'll call tech support to get this worked out. That is going to do it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more adventures in the Long Dark. If you're enjoying the series, and you could give me the like, comment, subscribe, those do all really help me, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.